Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today I'm here with a bit of a PSA and a bit more on the holiday event disaster. This is just the gift that keeps on giving for stuff to talk about. So just as I guess a PSA. It's not really an announcement because they didn't put it on their Facebook page where I assumed they would post this type of information at, but it's actually on the forums. So Mr. Conway posted on the forums that you can, in fact, get refunds for boosters that you spent on Puerto Rico. So that's potentially $100 you can get back if you were like me and you just jumped right in without really checking any of the objectives first. For those who don't know, I did plan on just buying the first three boosters, and then I assumed that the rest of the grind would be much more manageable and doable within a couple of weeks. But then, of course, I actually looked at the directives and were like, holy shit, I'm not going to be able to do that. So I went ahead and bought the rest of the ship just so I could have it to review for the channel. So if you kind of did that and you spent money on the boosters, just know that you can get a refund for that if you have no interest in completing it and getting the Puerto Rico. Now, you could do that and of course get your $100 back, but do also know that as you complete the stages of the construction, you will be getting rewards. So if you did spend $100, I'm sure you already got a fair few awards from that. But just know that you do have three boosters now, and your Puerto Rico is still building itself automatically while you are away. So you can still get rewards for completing phases, a lot of camos, and then I think I do believe it is in the sixth stage. It's like the second to last thing that you can get. You do get 2,000 coal from that as well. Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now. Stage 5, you get a bunch of the special signal flags and 5,000 coal, and you get the unique New Year's camo too. So just keep that in mind. But I can totally understand if you just want your money back. Totally reasonable. Just be aware that you can do that. They say all you have to do is put in a ticket, and they will get to it eventually. They're just seeing a higher than average ticket load at the moment. I can imagine why. Puerto Rico, amongst other things. And I think this is probably as close as we're going to get to Wargaming trying to fix this situation. Um, it's been almost a week now since this has gone live, and we got the apology in quotation marks from Sub Octavian on the Reddit, and we have this down the forums, and I'm sure they would have put something on the official Facebook page if they were going to issue any other type of apology or any changes so far. So this is probably all we're going to get. So just know if you did spend your money on that, you can get it back and spend it on something else like a Turpitz, or heck, save it like a wise person. But anyway, so the next thing I want to talk about is something that I didn't notice when I was looking through the armory. The first couple of times I was looking at the stuff for this event. So remember when I talked about, I think it was 3 videos ago, I talked about Luetjens and how he was 175,000 coal, which is very steep for a commander, but I thought, hey, Luetjens would be worth it. First off, it's Luetjens, and he does have quite a few skills that go well with German battleships, but he is slightly better off for destroyers. But anyway, I didn't realize this. He's only a 10-point commander. 175,000 coal for a 10-point commander. Yeah, you want me to pay the price for a Salem for a 10-point commander that I either have to spend free XP and commander XP on to get up to a 19-point commander, or grind it out, which again, with the amount of signals that I have, wouldn't really be much of a problem. But oh my god, just why? Why? 175,000 coal. He should be a 19-point commander. That's ridiculous. That's a ton of coal. I know coal doesn't have a monetary price, but even with the 7,500 drops that they're giving away in the Santa containers, that's still what, 10, 15? No, about not more than 10, about 13 or 14 containers with just the coal in it. So that's roughly $60-$70 for, no, that's actually a lot more than that. It's about $90 worth of containers of coal to get Luetjens. And he's not a 19-point commander. What? Why? I understand Yamamoto when he came out because you had to complete a campaign for him. The same with Halsey. But Luetjens that you have to pay coal for? What? God. It makes no sense. It's like, why would you demand this high of a price for this guy and not give him his full 19 points? And when I really start looking at him too, he's not really that fantastic for battleships. And it really does seem like they designed this around a destroyer. I know in the video they said he was supposed to kind of be an all-around commander, but still he's pretty heavily stacked for destroyers. Preventive maintenance, negative 45% to the risk of modules becoming incapacitated, which that's an everything skill. As for marksman, again, an everything skill. He has a slightly improved expert marksman. It's like about half a degree faster on guns above 139 millimeters. Actually, it's 0.3 degrees faster on guns above 139 millimeters, and it's half a degree a second faster for guns up to and including 139 millimeters. He has improved engine boost speed. That's improved engine boost. It's longer duration. That's definitely a destroyer skill. Now his talents, two of them are I could see going for battleships. One is for sure battleships. So the secondary armaments expert, upon earning 100 secondary battery hits, secondary battery reload time speeds up by 15%. And Iron Strike, which maybe for a longer game, I can see a battleship achieving this. So it's earned 140 main battery hit ribbons, and the main battery reload time speeds up by 7.5%. Again, I can see that maybe in a longer game in German battleships, especially the Kurfürst, after the buff to the dispersion. So that's about 10 full salvos hitting their target, which it's not impossible, but it's you would have to stay alive for a very long time to make it happen, or just be having fantastic RNG. And exemplary reconnaissance. So after you earn 3 spotting ribbons, it pops a hill, which definitely destroyer and maybe battleship. If you're maybe hunting a destroyer, he's going to get detected and he's going to go undetected, and by the time you detect him again, I'm sure you'll get another spotting ribbon. But you'd be surprised the amount of spotting ribbons I get in battleships sometimes. It's really interesting, and especially with hydroacoustic search in battleships too, in the German battleships too, you can surprise a couple of destroyers or cruisers hiding on the other side of the island with that, and certainly earn that skill. But again, that's definitely more aimed towards destroyers. And of course, he has the air superiority skill, where you get 30 rocket or bomb or torpedo hits. Your aircraft servicing speed speeds up by 10%. That's just for the Graf Zeppelin. But the secondary armament could certainly be for the Graf Zeppelin as well, and the spotting ribbon too. So, yeah, Luetjens, while he's an interesting commander and one that I do want to get, it's just really, I'm going to have to grind those last 9 points after already turning over a mountain load of coal. So, I'm really surprised I didn't catch that the first couple of times that I looked at him. I just naturally assumed that he would be a 19-point commander, just like I assumed the grind for the Puerto Rico wouldn't be that terrible after I bought the 3 boosters. So, wow. After going through all of this, someone commented on my video on the buff to German battleships. They said this is literally the only good thing about 8.11, and I'm moving to agree with them. This whole event just seems to be terrible. It's just one mess after another, and literally the only good thing that seems to have come out of this is the German battleship buffs, and I guess some of the bug and graphic improvements. But yeah, wow, this is just the never-ending story, ain't it? So yeah, this is terrible. It's terrible. But hey, at least you can get your money back for the Puerto Rico if you did try to buy if you did buy the first 3 boosters and didn't realize what mountain you were in store for the last 3 directives. not last three. Last whatever set of directives, or whatever. I think you do only have to do the first 3 set of directives if you paid for the boosters or whatever. It's all mind numbing and painful to think about right now. But yeah, I just want to share the information with you guys and share my thoughts on Luetjens now, knowing that he's only a friggin' 10-point commander instead of a 19-point commander. Yep, this has been a week, hasn't it, guys? The community has just exploded, I'm sure. But anyway, well, I'm sure they have, because they have literally exploded. Oh, they released another video on Luetjens today too, and that video's got a rather high portion of dislikes to likes. It's not quite as bad as the Dockyard video a couple of days ago, but it's getting there. Boy, is it getting there. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a great Wednesday. If you are, well, not if you are, if you enjoyed the video, well, if you are good, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. As you can tell, my brain is melting away from all this mess. But anyway, guys, I hope you're having a great day, and I hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.